What's up, peeps? Julian Williams here at The Distance. Got a video for you guys. It's a post-fight to Josesito Lopez versus Victor Ortiz. Pretty much this fight ended after the 9th round when Victor Ortiz quit. Pretty much saying that he has a broken jaw. I think the same guy that stopped the Vitaly Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, and James Toney versus Hasim Rahman too. The same dude that stopped it was a doctor in this fight, and I guess Ortiz quit. This is the second time in his career where he's quit. We all remember June 26, 2009 when he quit against Marcos Maidana. But it just seems to me that was another fight where he had like a tribute to Michael Jackson, and this fight's a tribute to Johnny Tapia. It's like when he does a tribute to somebody he loses. And also, we know the September 15th bout between him and Canelo Alvarez is now off. I know he said he wasn't overlooking Lopez, to face before he faced Alvarez, but just overall, man, when you look at the fight, Ortiz held his own in all the rounds. I think pretty much the biggest problem though was the fact that he was throwing so many lead hooks. He was throwing a lot of lead hooks, and he was being a headhunter. I think he should have went to the body a lot more in the fight, and hooked with him a little too much. There were moments where he was throwing his jab and sporadically throwing his straight left hand, but I thought that just in this fight he should have went to the body a lot more than he did in the fight, because it just seems as if he was trying to land right on his head. Against a fighter that applies pressure and most of the time throws arm punches, of course you don't want to have calculated movement. You always want to use your foot speed and hand speed to your advantage against a pressure fighter, because a lot of time against a pressure fighter you could catch a pressure fighter with that one big shot, off the counter. And Victor Ortiz wasn't looking for the counter; he was looking to take Lopez out. And of course, Ortiz, being that he's a young fighter, and some say he's reminiscent of Fernando Vargas, being that early in Fernando Vargas' career he was going in and knocking out everybody, and Ortiz early in his career went in and knocked out everybody. I thought it was smart for Ortiz in 2010 to go in, 2010 part of 2011 to go in and just get some rounds in, and he did get the rounds in that he needed. But just in this fight, he didn't seem like the most competent fighter a lot of the time. I thought, I just thought that he was going in too many exchanges with Lopez. I think, I don't think he went to the body enough. He was just looking for the knockout in this fight. And of course, fans love to see the knockout and they love to see exciting fights. But hats off to Lopez, because also I'm emphasizing so much on Ortiz. On the other hand, Lopez did everything right in this fight. Lopez continued to move close so he wouldn't be at the end of Ortiz's shots. Because Ortiz, he does throw little, looping shots from time to time, but also throws hard, quick shots. And what Lopez did was he tried to make Ortiz use a lot of movement, laterally and going backwards, so he didn't catch the full brunt of the blow. So it was smart for him to just continue walking forward and continue kind of walking Ortiz down. Also, when Ortiz threw his shots, Lopez was throwing back, which was another smart tactic, similar to what Ken Norton did against Muhammad Ali. Every time Muhammad Ali threw a shot, Ken Norton was throwing right back. And that's what Lopez did. Every time Ortiz threw his shots, Lopez was throwing right back. Whether it be a single shot or a combination, Lopez always reacted to everything that Ortiz had done. So it was a good fight for Lopez. I didn't give Lopez much of a chance. I picked Ortiz to win by a knockout. But just overall, man, great fight for Lopez. And thank you so much, peeps, for watching The Distance. I'm out of here. Peace.